quickly, I will say good morning to the president of Lee University, Dr. Phil Cook. How does that make you feel?
Good morning, Steve. I'm still getting used to it, but I will tell you, I'd be disingenuous if I didn't tell you. Man, it's firing me up. It's got us excited. So I'm grateful to be here. I'm embarrassed. I haven't been in this studio.
You've not been in the new place?
No, and Bridget and I were talking. Well, we've been here since 2020. What? COVID time. I wasn't over, and I've been gone. I don't know if you've heard, Steve. I've been out of town a little bit.
You were traded for a player to be named later.
That's right. That's right. Speaking of which, I'm getting some texts this morning.
Yeah, go ahead.
From Mark Brew, Lee University baseball coach, saying, get in there, Phil, and ask Steve if he has any eligibility left.
I've got
after seeing that first pitch that was on there last night.
Right, tell him the rotator's a little sore. You
have to do some rehab.
Yeah, well, you're the president. I can just tell him I'm in.
That's a good point. Yeah, put him in, coach.
Yeah, I'm going to be the closer. Just tell him I'm closer.
So did they? I heard you say they didn't let you step up on.
No.
I can't believe it.
They said so, and they were, by the way, Rich Mazingo, general manager of the Lookouts. Tracy, of course, is in the Bradley County School System. But anyway. And they're great people down there. And they said, look, but the lady who was escorting me down, she said, do not step on the rubber. I said, okay. I said, that's fine. And she said, now, I said, well, where do people normally stand? She said, well, the flat part of the mound.
Yeah.
They didn't even want me on the dirt.
Well, I'm watching the build-up to it. You remember the George W. Bush first pitch after September 11th?
Yes,
and Derek Jeter said to him, President Bush, you better step up on the mound. You better throw from there. And he threw a strike. If you'd have been on the rubber, it would have been a perfect strike, Steve. And I'm just glad you can't bounce it up there.
That was the goal.
There you
just
go.
Don't bounce it. All right. I will say this before we talk really seriously. And so when you were selected as the president of our university, I text you. I said, you probably are I could safely say, the only former public address announcer of Cleveland High School and Lee University to become president of Lee University. Or any university, quite frankly.
It's a fair point. By the way, there haven't been too many people to be president of Lee University in the past few years, so that's a short list. But you're right, yeah. So I kind of cut my teeth with a microphone in my hand. Aspirational folks like you and former Mayor Tom Rowland, all of hearing them on the radio and have a microphone. But I had a lot of kind of cut my teeth in the microphone space, but really excited about what's going on at Lee. And you said it, Steve. I'm glad you said it. It is our university. It's the community, all that's going on, and I'm thrilled to talk about any and every part of that today. Thank you for having me here.
All right, so thanks for coming. This is basically day 9. I know you've been preparing a lot before that, but July 1 was the official launch of your presidency of Lee University. So, first of all, what are some of the initial goals? Just bring me up to date. What's happening?
Well, you're right. July 1st was the first day, and on my first week in the job, you got July 4th at the end of the week. So you get right away. Well, did we get to go a holiday early? So the new guys, of course we do. Come on, you get a time off and so forth. But we after the announcement on May the 9th, which is just 2 months ago, Steve, we have worked hard of connecting with the board of directors, which are all over the country, our leadership team, academic leadership. I've been in touch with all of them, meeting them all. But then the past week, I've been going around campus, getting into the community, and listening and learning what our community and what our faculty and staff want to make Lee continue the momentum that Lee has in recent years. So a lot of listening, a lot of learning, and continue that with you today. You are one of us. We're proud of all the folks in the community that are part of Lee. So the first initiative is to get my feet grounded, get my bearings back, but then, overused phrase, hit the ground running, and we're doing that, and that's why we're here today.
We're joined by Dr. Phil Cook. He is the new president of Lee University. As we go into this fall semester, what are some of the things on your mind, especially with the freshman class incoming? Look, for people who don't know, maybe it would be good. We've got so many new people here. Maybe give them a little refresher. I mean, most people know who you are. They've been here any time.
Yeah.
But for new people, tell us a little about yourself.
Well, I always wonder, how long does one have to live in Cleveland before you get to be, I'm a Cleveland native? I grew up in Pennsylvania, one of those Yankees that came and stayed, Married a Southern girl. My wife is from Atlanta, Steve, but we met here in Cleveland at Lee in 1988. Were you in middle school then? I don't know how old you would have been in 1988.
Elementary.
Okay. So we met in 1988, but Tanya's from Hapeville, Georgia, which is the first location of the first Chick-fil-A. People may know that right downtown Atlanta.
There we go.
You know, they call it the Dwarf House. It's the original Dwarf House right down in Atlanta. There's a guy named Jeff Foxworthy. You might have heard him. He's a Hapeville High School guy in Atlanta. Yeah. Wow. And then my wife, Hapeville High School's last homecoming queen in 1988. Yeah, so she came from Hapeville. I came from Pennsylvania and finished my degree at Lee in business. And then in 1993, started working at Lee in student life. I was an RD, a dorm supervisor. But in 1997, started my work in student recruitment, Steve. So telling students the story about why Lee can change their life. And so did that for almost 25 years, ultimately becoming vice president for enrollment. And then 4 years ago, Tanya and I answered the call to serve we go North America, internationally, to help other Christian colleges and universities in their professional development and enrollment and leadership. So we've been traveling the world, Steve, in the past 4 years. And I can tell you, I said this to our team this week by email. There is literally no place like Lee University, Steve. I believe it because of the people we have here, the inertia and momentum that we have. And Steve, there's no place like Cleveland. Right. Have you ever been to Fort Wayne, Indiana?
You know, I never have.
Ever been to Indiana?
I have been to Indiana.
Indianapolis, I would bet, right?
Oh, yeah. Indianapolis, South Bend, yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful state.
Great
and Fort
place.
Wayne was a wonderful place. But my wife and I always had an eye back towards this is home. So we're pleased to be home in Cleveland. We're pleased to be home at Lee and to continue to serve the community, our faculty, staff, and students. And by the way, I got a text this morning from a local school counselor that says, hey, I got a student, Phil, that not sure about where she's going to go in the fall. Is it too late to go to Lee? And you know the answer to that question is it's never too late. Generally, we have to wait. Probably when final exams start, it's probably too late then to be enrolled, Steve. But right now, on July 9th, we were eager for students in the area, in the community, for the thousands and thousands listening around the world. It's definitely not too late to be at Lee, and I'm eager to serve those students in all aspects of getting them ready for their future.
Dr. Phil Cook's the president of Lee University. What do you say to people who want more information about Lee? What do they need to do?
Get in touch. I mean, I'm at your service. I'm personally at your service. You know, when you worked in enrollment, Steve, you may know the story, and people in the community may not know one, but Paul Kahn became president in 1986. I had about 1,000 students. And our growth, you know, the campus growth, I remember Mayor Emeritus Rowland saying when we would bring people to Cleveland, the first place I would go was to Lee University and show the campus. And I will tell you, I've been on a lot of campuses in the last 4 years, and that still holds true. So the campus is beautiful, and we had a lot of growth and expansion, but the Christ-centered excellence is what we're doing still at Lee. We're going to get you ready. We want our alums to go be successful in business and own the local media radio station and thrive and be celebrated. So a faculty member in our office was talking about she went to a doctor's appointment this week. And, you know, it's a little awkward to be in a doctor's appointment and have some kind of personal things. But very quickly she said, hey, I'm so-and-so. My daughter just finished her freshman year at Lee, and she loved it. Oh. So we're telling students all the time that this is a place where you can come and get first-class, excellent education, but also very important, acknowledge the source of truth. We're very overt about this, Steve. You know, we're a Christian place. We're a Christ-centered place. So we're telling them it's not too late to come to be at Lee. I'm personally available to help them in this role. And we have a great enrollment team. You know, Dr. Jeff Salyer over in enrollment that's leading that for us, along with Elizabeth Pace. We're eager to serve and get those questions answered. Even today, operators are standing by. You know that, so.
Certainly so. Phil, anything you want to add here before we go, buddy?
Yeah, we're really a priority for me is I'm a Cleveland guy, and we want the community to be on campus. Presidential concert series, those things are available to you. Talking to athletic director John Maupin about you can get to basketball games for free. We thank our friends at Food City for that. They come, and so those are free available to you. This is a wonderful time to be at Lee. There's no better time to be at Lee, and there's no better time to work and be a part of the work we're doing. We appreciate the opportunity to come and spread that message and look forward to helping all our community and our friends. Thank you, Steve.
Dr. Phil Cook is the president of Lee University, and great to see you. And hey, this is we'll definitely have you back soon.
Well, I hope I can just come pretty regularly.
You can come in anytime you want.
And also, don't forget that I would be remiss not to mention new engineering building, Steve. You know, another new building. We're raising the money. Dr. Kahn and our team are eager to get that going. So come check us out if you've got engineering, computer science specialty as well.
Understand there are already students signed up, and the excitement about the engineering program, which has been long percolating. But, you know, Dr. Kahn, of course, he's told the story here about it, but there are already students signing up.
Already signing up, interviewing faculty, outstanding faculty to sit in front of your sons or daughters or your grandchildren that are out there listening to come and get them ready to be first-class engineers and also pursue God's plan for their life. So absolutely, the fundraising's in place. We'll be breaking ground soon. You'll be able to see that activity down that part of campus. When we do it right, and that'll be what we're doing with engineering and computer science as well.
Yeah, and, you know, a lot of that conversation, you go back to what's happened with the nursing School of Nursing, and now 10 years. And you look at when Lee branched out into that realm, and now engineering, it's that same excellence at Lee.
When Dr. Kahn announced this, when Lee announced this, we said for years we had education. You could go all over the community, and there's educators that are Lee alums. Well, nursing was next. Well, I have a daughter-in-law, my son's wife, a nursing alum who's working in Chattanooga. My niece, my brother's daughter, a nursing alum who's working here in the Cleveland community. It's the same for engineering. So we want to help populate, help provide outstanding professional engineers who are going to make a difference in their communities and, of course, for the kingdom. So yeah, it's excellent, and it's going to be excellent. We can't wait to get students on campus to see the new building.
Find out more at LeeUniversity.edu, and we'll come right back. Phil, great to see you, buddy.
Thank you very much.
I'm going to take on a quick tour here. Come right back in just a moment here. Let's get a news update with them.